The only reason I'm making a video of this is because I looked into a bunch of videos on putting a new deck on a pontoon, and this is just a floating dock, and somebody built this whole structure around it and put a bunch of extra stuff, and you can see it's been setting like it's been sitting really low, especially in the front. So if you look at this, it goes way past. It used to go all the way past the front of the pontoons, and it used to come out to here, like all the way past here, and then kids would all be on the front because that's where they jump off. I'm gonna make a new spot for the ladder on the side, but I'm going to redeck this, and instead of having it how it is, the pieces of plywood that are sitting right there were all just held down with like probably 8 screws per piece of plywood. The whole thing was real bouncy and had this gigantic 2x12 sides on it with 2x6s and super heavy, like really unnecessarily heavy. So the new deck I think is going to stop either here or there. I might cut this off and just leave these exposed, like just trim that off and then have it stop right here, so then there will be 2 pontoons just sticking out, and then have this is, I mean, this is 30 plus feet long. It's enormous. So I want to cut some weight. I want to make it a slight bit smaller, and we'll see how this works. I'll show you as I do it. If you're interested in this video, then you'll stick around. If not, that's okay. Thanks for watching. But this is what I'm doing. Taking all the wood off it right now, and then we'll go from there. All right, I skipped a lot of the I skipped it all, actually. I just did it. I worked on it, but this is what I did. So this is 22 feet long from the front to the back, and I basically just snapped lines, and I put these self-drilling, I missed one right there. Okay, so this is what I used. These Tex 2 3/4 inch. The 1 7/16 aren't long enough, so I got these, and they basically go straight down through, and there is, as you saw earlier, there's those metal pieces, and then I just did a 2x6 the whole way around, and it's going to be considerably lighter. Now what I'm doing, I'm building a little box to hold the gas tank in, so it can just always be here. But also this is going to have this linear actuator mounted to it. So what I'm doing is I have a remote control coming, and it's for a linear actuator. It's like 20 bucks. Bought the linear actuator for like 40 bucks, and this is going to hook to here, and it will be able to push the motor side to side, so I'll be able to remotely steer the boat. This isn't fast, but it's it's like 12 to 36 volts. So the more power I put to it, like I got a Milwaukee battery that I had hooked up with the 18-volt Milwaukee battery, it moves pretty fast. So I might make a hookup where I can just plug a. They sell a little adapter that you can plug the Milwaukee battery into, and then have it be faster. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this. I'm going to attach that to it, and I'll show you the operation of that, and then we'll put it in the water here shortly. But yeah, super simple build. I am 650 bucks in to this with just as it sits, and then that doesn't count the actuator or the remotes. So, all right, so I got this pontoon in and the motor all hooked up, and I have this remote control set up with the linear actuator, so I don't have to sit back at the engine. I could just put it in gear and go, and it has stop function. It's just an M18 battery wired to the little remote control sensor, and then to the 12-volt linear actuator. I actually have it hooked up to 18 volts because it was too slow. That linear actuator will handle more than 12 volts. So, yeah, I just am able to steer the boat.
by just tapping this remote control. And this is working out pretty well. I'm kind of a big fan of it. Hope this video helps you. If it does, please subscribe to my channel because that helps me out and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll put links to all these things in the description in case you want to try this.